Hey guys, Shadowson here. So, I wanted to talk to you guys today about incense and all the different types of incense and how I use incense in my own personal practice. Just to let you know, this video is a little bit off just because of lighting conditions. In addition to placement of objects, I did my absolute best to get it all in frame, but with the way these lighting conditions are and other different factors, I couldn't get it to work. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video nonetheless, and welcome back to my channel, and we'll get right into the whole topic of incense. So incense is one of the most used items in my practice, and I use all kinds of different types. As you can see, I use stick incense for the long burner most of the time, the wooden one, and I use cone. I haven't tried the soapstone burner, the round one with the cone incense in it. Too much with sticks. I haven't really figured out how to get it to do what I want it to do with the lid. I guess what you're supposed to do is put the sticks in this lid, although I'm not sure how that would work. Nag Champa is my favorite. Both of these are Nag Champa, including the boxes of cone. I didn't even know I had Nag Champa and cone. I forgot. I was taking note of all these different incenses that I have. I also use loose incense as well, but I don't have any made right now. I need to make some more. I usually make mine. I have seen some at stores, but I have yet to purchase it. I've used incense as offerings. I've used incense during ritual. I'll burn a specific incense depending on if I've had the chance to make it or not, and other different factors involved. But I usually have an incense that I burn during ritual, and during spell work I will use incense as well. So incense is pretty versatile, like a lot of the different tools that you can use. I know that the soapstone burner with the lid, it has like a cutout of stars in it. It can do charcoal. I haven't tried it though. So far I've just done cones thus far. And I like to use various different kinds of incense, like I said, for different types of purposes. The other thing I like to do with incense is I will just burn it as a form of cleansing as well. Like if I don't have sage, I've used incense for cleansing. So I've gotten sage sticks, or I've used another type of herb for cleansing, or I've used incense for protection, depending on the type of incense that I'm trying to work with. I've used dragon's blood for cleansing too. Dragon's blood is not what you think. It's just a type of resin from a tree, if I'm not mistaken. I believe so, which I read somewhere. It's now endangered. So if I have it around, I'll try to use it as much as I can, in the sense that I try to use it very sparingly. I've also used it in like adding extra energy to a spell. I've used stuff in place of it if I didn't have any around, because I think I'm out of it actually. I've used so many different types. I also like the citrusy type of incense when I'm just burning it around, not for any particular magical use or ritual use. I like some of the citrier scents, like the lemon or orange or stuff like that. But incense is a very versatile tool, and it could be used in so many different ways. This is just how I like to do it and what I like to use. So I want to know what you guys like to use incense for, both in your practice and just in general. What is your favorite kind of incense? Nag Champa is one of my most used incenses, along with other ones. I like something that's like very earthy or cinnamony or very like woodsy sort of scent, but I also, it can vary for sure. So what do you guys like to use for incense? Do you like loose or cone or stick? I'm better at lighting stick than I am at lighting cone incenses, just because it's easier for me. But I can do cone. It's just my problem is that I keep knocking it over. That's my problem. I'll knock it over, or I'll do something else entirely, like I'll accidentally not light it, or I'll think it's lit and I look down and it's actually not. It's kind of tricky with cones. And when I do loose incense, I'm very careful about charcoal. I actually want to do a whole video on how I make incense and how I burn incense, but that's a whole nother video in and of itself. So please leave a comment with your use of incense, and I'd love to hear all about it. And if you like what you have seen so far, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the bell notification, set it to all, and I'll speak to you all Sunday.